In this video, we are going to be stretching up our entire lower body, all the way from your quads, your hamstring, your hip flexors, your calves, your glutes, your adductors, and even your abductors. This is going to be a routine that you can do every day, on a rest day, or even after an intense workout. Before we get started, here's the reason why you should be stretching. Stretching is very important because it keeps your body very flexible and healthy. It also improves your mobility, your recovery, and also your performance in the gym. There are two kinds of stretches. We've got the dynamic stretch and we've got the static stretch. Dynamic stretch are basically active movements like warm-up that you do right before your workout. Dynamic stretch are not held for a long period of time, just like static stretching. On the flip side, we've got the static stretch, and this is what we're gonna be doing today. These kind of stretches are usually held for a long period of time, usually about 30 seconds to about 2 minutes, and it's usually done right after your workout. You don't wanna do a static stretch right before your workout because it reduces your muscle activation and decreases your performance in the gym. Doing static stretching not only helps your range of motion, but also helps with faster recovery, which means you get to go to the gym much sooner, and in return, that can lead to muscle growth. With that being said, this routine that we're about to do is going to be great to do after your workouts or even on a rest day. This is going to be a follow along routine that you can do alongside with me. So if you're ready, all you need is a space and yourself, and let's get it. The first thing we want to do is we want to start by stretching out our hamstring. As you go down, make sure you keep your legs straight so you can get a proper hamstring stretch. And we're going to go ahead and hold this for 30 seconds. Now we're going to cross our leg over so we can emphasize more on the calves and get a more deeper hamstring stretch. You can choose whatever legs you want to cross over, but for me, I'm going to begin by crossing my right leg. Whatever leg you choose, we're going to go ahead and hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Now we're going to go ahead and cross over the other leg to get a more deeper stretch on the other side. And we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. Up next, we're going to stretch our inner thigh. When starting off, see if you can spread your legs as wide as you can. Whenever you feel ready, I want you to bend over, keeping your leg completely straight. And now you want to reach for the ground. And we're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Now, keeping the same position, all we gotta do is move our body to one side. Whatever side you pick is your choice. For me, I'm gonna begin on my right side. We're gonna go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Alright, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And we're just gonna hold this position for 30 seconds. Great. Now we're gonna get into a deep low lunge to stretch our hip flexors. And I'm gonna be starting off with my left side. If you wanna feel this stretch even more, then you wanna extend your arm up and have a slight lean backwards. And we're gonna go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Alright, now we got what I call the runner stretch. Make sure you keep your left leg fully extended. This is a great stretch for your hamstring. We're gonna go ahead and hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Now we're gonna drop into a lizard stretch, but this time we're gonna add on the quad stretch. Once you're able to grab your feet and ready, we're gonna go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Now we're just gonna drop our feet and lean forward into the lizard pose. We're gonna go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Great work. Now we're gonna get into what I call the pigeon stretch. This is a great stretch for your glute. We're gonna go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Great work. Now we're just going to do a quick reset before we switch to the other side. We're just going to get into a downward facing dog and we're just going to walk the dog for 30 seconds just to get a good calf stretch. Nice. Now on the right side, we're going to get into a deep low lunge to stretch our hip flexors. Remember, to get a deeper stretch on your hip flexors, you want to extend your arm up with a slight lean backwards. We're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Now we're gonna get into what I call the runner stretch. This is a great stretch if you want to stretch your hamstrings. We're gonna go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Nice. Now we're gonna get into the lizard pose so we can stretch our quads. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Great work. Now we're gonna let go of our feet and lean forward into the lizard pose. And we're just gonna hold this stretch for 30 seconds. Now we're gonna get into what I call the pigeon pose. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and hold this stretch for about 30 seconds. And for our last stretch, we're gonna finish up with what I call walk the dog. You wanna get into a downward facing dog. Then you wanna go ahead and walk the dog by alternating pressing your heels to the ground as you move your knees. We're gonna keep this movement going on for about 30 seconds. So that completes this routine for your lower body. If you were able to follow along and you got a great stretch, I would appreciate it if you smash the like button. It really improves the algorithm and asks YouTube share our video to more people. With that being said, I really appreciate the support so far, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.